But what about those of you who actually hate your families, don't respect them, detest them? Listen to me. Can I speak for 1 second? My daughter is married to a black man. Are furious with them. Do you come out and say it to their faces? Do you say to them, I can't be friends with you, I can't sit with you, I can't look you in the eye because all I see is corpses inside of you?
The monkey man in me came out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Can I speak? I have a 4-year-old granddaughter. Okay.
I'm so happy you allowed your daughter to marry a black man. I'm stuck.
No more like serious stuff. And the reason I did that is because, well, it can be depressing talking about the serious stuff all the time.
So let's say somebody in my family needs one of my kidneys to survive, or some bone marrow of mine. No.
Yes, I ate lots of candy in the basement of the school. What do you mean? How'd you get down there? There's a secret door, but I can tell you where.
Now look at him and his beautiful eyes. We look at each other in the eyes. That's important. Look in the eyes and do a circle. Perfect. I left because I don't want to always be that vegan teacher. Sometimes I just want to be a normal person in my neighborhood. I'll teach some classes. I have some private students, but I'll be right back. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Buongiorno. Ready to learn?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Some of you might remember this video. I made it very recently, talking about that vegan teacher and her alleged half-black granddaughter. Now, why is this important? Well, it's because some of you may be aware that she has a reputation of saying some very, very racist things.
Does this girl seem to you like she might be naturally intelligent, gorgeous, generous, exemplary, and radiant? She looks like she could be that to me.
So he pulled this I have a black granddaughter, my daughter is married to a black man card in the middle of a debate where she was effectively being accused of being a racist.
Did you see the
Hard R.
Listen to me. Can I speak for 1 second? My daughter is married to a black man.
Enemy came out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Can I speak? I have a 4-year-old granddaughter.
Okay. No.
The reason I made that post is because I do not want her ever to feel bad if she is ever called by that name.
He pulled this card as a gotcha moment to lay all the opposition to rest. And while it did put some opposition in the ground, it uprooted some more immediately after. Because saying that she had a daughter married to a black man and a black granddaughter wasn't the flex that she thought it was, considering she was justifying people using the N-word towards young children just like her alleged black granddaughter. Now, why am I saying alleged? Well, some people brought up in the comments that maybe she was just using this as a cop-out. Maybe she didn't actually have one at all. And that got me curious, scratching my head wondering, could that possibly be the case? So I had to investigate and do some digging, and it wasn't easy, but I was able to confirm without a shadow of a doubt that this black granddaughter, this black son-in-law, neither of them exist. I was really taken aback at this discovery and honestly disappointed to think that she used this as a shield in the face of racist accusations. She used this as a gotcha, as a no, look, I can't be racist because of this. And then she lied about that. Wow, this might be one of the lowest depths she's ever sunk to. And she's sunk to some very low depths, like some things we'll talk about later when they come up and they're relevant. But this video is going to be kind of in 3 main parts. To begin with, I want to talk about how I came across this information and show you the evidence to prove that this black granddaughter doesn't exist, while also discussing the non-existence of the family she talks about being in her life anymore because she has gone no contact with them, which she has said herself. And then what we're going to talk about is how she has been posting on her Miss Karen English teacher account, which many of you probably don't even know exists, but she does have a channel where she has posted educational content for many many years now. And she had stopped posting for the last 4 years until recently. She's been posting again, and she's been posting videos of the children that she used to teach, because apparently she has a backlog of videos that she recorded with these kids and is now posting them on this channel. And we're gonna go over the possible reasons for this, the motivation behind it, in the latter half of this video. But for now, let's start with the proof that she lied about her black granddaughter, which is extremely sad in and of itself that she would even do something like that. So I want to start here. I'm going to blur her children's faces. I'll just keep it all concealed besides her. So that's Miss Katie with her daughter. I won't say her name, starts with an A. This is going to be relevant later, obviously, because I'm going to show you more pictures of her daughter with her child, with her husband, and her father for the sake of context. So this picture was taken in 2007 when her daughter was 16 years old. Now this was her first husband with her daughter as well. This picture was taken in 2016, which seems to be after she kind of went no contact with her family. Now I'm comfortable leaving his name here, David Hobson, because you can see on that Vegan Teachers wiki that she was married to this man, David Hobson. So, and also it's important that you guys see that so you know that I'm not bullshitting here. So let's fast forward again just a little bit here to 2016. This is her and her husband at their wedding getting married. Well, at this point they're already married, but they're taking a plunge, which is a interesting choice, but you know, to each their own. My wife and I would not have been caught dead doing that shit, but you know, you do you. Also notice her husband don't look anything like me. He ain't black. Let's fast forward again to 2021. This is that vegan teacher's daughter with her one and only child, who you guessed it, is not even close to being black. Just for one more picture, you can see slightly more clearly. Here's the husband with that daughter. This is 2023. And once again, this girl is not black, and neither is he. So, nobody's surprised, Miss Katie lied. She does not have a black granddaughter, nor does she have a black son-in-law. So she used this as a defense against being called a racist, which is one of the worst, most shitty, most assholey defenses in the world. And when you're proven that what you said isn't true, we have all the more confirmation that you are in fact a racist piece of shit. Now, the original video where she debated them, right, was in 2024, just last year, okay? Just last year. And she had said at that time that she had a 4-year-old granddaughter that was half black, which means that that granddaughter would have been born in 2020. All of these pictures are after that, yet the granddaughter in question here ain't black at all. How disappointing. The crazy thing is, what she was saying before, honestly, was probably worse than the lie, because what she was saying before was basically justifying calling young black children the N-word because she thinks she has the power to modify the word to mean something positive, so that when people are unable to call them a racial slur, they'll just brush it off their shoulders and carry on like nothing bad ever happened to them, which is a great way for hateful people to justify calling young black children that racial slur. Terrible idea. And she stood behind that concept and still stands behind that concept to this day, since she posted that video like 4 years ago. It's almost unbelievable. But is there really anything unbelievable when it comes to this psychotic vegan witch? I don't think so. It's time to move on to the no contact with the family. Now, I've kind of confirmed this in a couple of different ways. One of the ways I'm not really going to show you because that involves showing a lot of pictures, but we'll give you an example without showing the evidence of this, because again, I want to keep these people's identities safe. I don't want anybody going out there and finding them or researching them or none of that. This was done purely for the purpose of exposing the lies and bullshit that she put out there. But one example of this was, I did see photos of her daughter's wedding because I wanted to confirm that she married a black man, which she didn't, and Vegan Teacher was nowhere to be found at this wedding. And in the many photos I saw spanning across many years, she wasn't seen in any photos since the one that I showed you back in 2007, I believe it was. So yeah, she had been split from the picture for quite a while. And actually, the person that posted it, her husband, ex-husband, had just referred to the picture as the daughter's name with her mom. And at this time, it was also abundantly clear that he had already introduced somebody else to the family, which again, we're not going to get into the details of that because it's not important. So at this point, Miss Katie was out and somebody else was already in. And this seemed to be the beginning of the absolute spiral for Miss Katie. It's more than 10 years ago, she became vegan, and she has stated very clearly how she feels about her family not being vegan, and I will show you right now in this video.
Hi there, I'm Miss Katie, that vegan teacher, and today I'm wearing my vegan granny shirt, well, because I'm actually a grandmother as well, and once in a while I just like to walk around with that shirt on because it generates conversations, and that is really the goal, to be out and about with something on your clothing, to remind people that vegans exist, and to remind people that vegan grandmothers exist. So today I want to talk to you about family. Is your family vegan yet? And if you yourself are vegan, how do you feel about them not being vegan? Tell the truth. Because a lot of times I've noticed that when I ask people about that, about the truth, about how they feel about their families, they kind of look a bit uncomfortable and they don't really want to talk about it. So I guess a couple of things are happening. Is one, they want to let their own families off the hook. It's like everybody else in the world is guilty. Everybody else is worthy of a protest in front of their house or at their place of business or whatever. But your own family, you're going to just sort of pretend that everything's fine because you don't want them to be mad at you, because you don't want them to turn their backs on you. You don't want to cut them off in case you need a kidney one day or whatever it is. Let's be honest. That's what's happening, really. But what about those of you who actually hate your families, don't respect them, detest them, are furious with them? Do you come out and say it to their faces? Do you say to them, I can't be friends with you, I can't sit with you, I can't look you in the eye because all I see is corpses inside of you? Are you brave enough to say that to your family members if it's what you truly feel? Why is it that so many people are forgiving towards their families? Why is it that they don't hold them to the same level of accountability as anyone else in society? I'd like to know in the comments how you feel. Now, Gary Yourofsky is somebody who talks about this. He's an animal rights activist, and he says that you should cut yourself off from your family pretty much at the age of 18 because the vast majority of families are fucked up and you need to get out there into the real world and see how others live. Detach yourself. Cut the umbilical cord. Fly out of the nest and never return. The truth is that they will not be there to really care about you. So why is it that you should care about them? If they are daily, consistently breaking your heart by killing the animals, paying people to hurt them, when they know that this is your life's work, this is your absolute passion, and even if they don't care about the animals themselves, if they don't care about you enough to stop eating them, what does that say about your family? Your family is cruel. Your family doesn't love you.
So yeah, she couldn't have made it any clearer for you how she feels about her family not being vegan. Now she wants no part of that, which is one of the driving factors for her moving to Italy with her new husband. Now, not only that, but she even talked about how if her own family was in desperate need of bone marrow, a kidney transplant, any organ or any sort of help from her body, that she would say no unless they are vegan.
What about if it's somebody in my own family? What if it's somebody in my family who's not vegan yet? Not everyone in my family is vegan yet. So let's say somebody in my family needs one of my kidneys to survive, or some bone marrow of mine. Well, you're gonna think to yourself, well, of course she's gonna donate to her own family because she's completely inconsistent. She will has one rule for those people and another rule for her family. But you'd be wrong. No. If somebody in my family is dying and needs my kidney or needs my bone marrow, they can't have it. Not unless they're vegan.
It makes it abundantly clear that veganism comes before her family, and it's not even close. She is so convinced of this delusion that she's even rejected her entire family. She's even rejected her old life. What I've learned in recent days, that she wants that back. And I know this because she has been posting on her old Miss Karen English teacher account almost every day for the last couple of weeks. And we're gonna look at some of what she's posted there. Again, I'm gonna blur just kind of the whole video because there's a bunch of children in them, and I don't even think she had the permission, especially not now, to post these videos. Maybe then she might have had the consent of the parents to record them. I doubt it, but she definitely does not have their consent to post them right now. She's doing it anyway. So this is the Miss Karen English teacher account, and I will click on a few videos. So this one was posted just 19 hours ago. So we'll start there and just kind of, I'll start with this one actually. We'll skip over this one. Just kind of get an idea of what's going on here.
Hello, how are you? I am fine. What did you do last night? I had a great time. Okay, but what did you do? Was it really cool? Yes, I ate lots of candy in the basement of the school. What do you mean? How'd you get down there? There's a secret door, but I can tell you where. A secret door? I want to go too.
So I will say these kids definitely seem like some pretty good actors. I'm kind of surprised they're Miss Katie's students, but you know, sometimes the potential of the students have nothing to do with the teacher. There's also this video from 10 days ago of her dancing with one of her students that she posted. So this is, you know, your evidence that this is her, Miss Katie, that vegan teacher or that English teacher or whatever she want to call herself.
The steps to the song that I wrote and the choreography that goes with it. Are you guys ready?
Yeah!
I'll skip through it just a little bit.
From the here I go. Now I'm taller than him, so I'm just gonna bend my knees so you can see better. All right? Now look at him and his beautiful eyes. We look at each other in the eyes. That's important. Look in the eyes and do a circle. Perfect. When we get to the end of the circle, we raise our hands up and we're still looking.
So let's talk about this. What is going on here? Why is she posting these videos? It's been so many years since she was teaching. This isn't in Italy. This was back in Canada for certain. You know, before we even get to addressing this, I also want to point this out too. As you can see on the screen, she's commenting on these videos from her vegan teacher account saying, wow, what a great kid. Commenting your own vid is crazy. Stay away from children, you monster. And then she even comments one of the most common things that she puts on her videos, the questionnaire thing, right? Should schools be encouraging children to hurt animals or to save them? Answer, to save them. Question 2, if schools should be encouraging students to save animals, should students be allowed to bring in the body parts of murdered victims in their sandwiches? Answer, no. Question 3, since it is scientifically proven that a whole food plant exclusive diet is good for people of all ages, should all schools be vegan by default? Answer, yes. So yeah, this is disturbing. We'll go over why it's disturbing in just a moment, but she's posting vegan propaganda on her educational videos for children. What is her goal? You see, my first theory about this was that she was just nostalgic about her old life, wanted to just go back to the simpler things, being a teacher again, an actual teacher, not this pseudoscience asshole on the internet that nobody can stand. I mean, she still teaches students to this day. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. Yeah, for some reason, people still allow this woman near children despite the things that she said about that baby.
Baby is enjoying the barbecue sauce, which is vegan. If this had been a lollipop, the child would have had the same reaction. If this had been somebody's penis covered in sauce, the child would have had the same reaction.
Or what she said about Tommy Innit, who was underage at the time, for these types of comments for certain.
Hello TikTok, I got 2 more golden play buttons today that I'm going to show to girls if they come round. Because they do.
Tommy, the nice vegan girls don't want to see your buttons. But if you want them to play with your buttons, you're going to have to show them your fruits and your vegetables.
Yet here she is, being allowed around children and also wanting to return to being around children. Clearly, that's what posting these videos after so many years certainly indicates, that she wants to go back to being an educator. But she's so far gone mentally that she's even commenting on her own videos about vegan propaganda. She can't separate veganism from any other aspect of her life, even when she wants to return to this simpler time before she was that vegan teacher, which she stated in the past she didn't want to be known as that vegan teacher anymore. She just wanted to be a normal person in her neighborhood.
I left because I don't want to always be that vegan teacher. Sometimes I just want to be a normal person in my neighborhood.
Here she is, doing this shit still. Now, I was also able to find reviews from the preschool that she worked at. And here's the thing, it's all people just relentlessly trolling her. Now, this right here is some absolute crazy work. 2 weeks ago, the staff is nice, except for this one teacher. Her name is Miss Katie, and she threw my daughter's lunch because I had Korean barbecue with beef ribs that I made this morning. Singing her song about eating McDonald's is yum, except it's the opposite, because obviously Miss Katie said it was wrong. Miss Katie wouldn't let me eat my beef curtains in peace. I was really looking forward to them. I mean, this is just absurd. Like, all these reviews, they're all fake, obviously. Like, none of these people attended this school. None of these people had kids that attended the school. They literally just came here, bombarded the school because of Miss Katie's actions. Now, there's many people that have stated that she was fired from this preschool for trying to push her vegan agenda. And honestly, while I can't find proof of that, because this sort of thing is just not readily available anywhere, I'm almost inclined to believe it. It seems realistic. I mean, just from the nostalgia she clearly has about being a teacher and still trying to teach students, it would really surprise me if she quit voluntarily. It seemed like she was probably considered unfit for the job because of her inability to separate her ideology from the objective teaching that she needed to do. I mean, she couldn't even separate her ideology from the unconditional love that she should have for her family, for her own children, to the point where she has gone no contact with them, moved to a completely different country, and it's like they don't even exist to her anymore because they're not vegan. It's pretty horrendous if I'm being completely honest. Petrifying to think that somebody can be so absorbed in some ridiculous ideology that they're willing to ruin their own lives for it and never really look back until it's far too late. Now, as I've already stated, I firmly believe that Miss Katie, that vegan teacher, is not fit to teach. Absolutely not. And the fact that she's even teaching students in private in Italy right now is too much.
I'll teach some classes. I have some private students, but I'll be right back. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Buongiorno! Ready to learn English?
Those people don't know who she is, but if they did, she'd be fired in the blink of an eye. She's the kind of person that you want to keep your children as far away from as humanly possible. Get a restraining order type deal. She is not mentally stable, she is not okay, and she is not fit to be a teacher. So I don't know why she thinks she can just go on and post videos of children that she recorded so many years ago and act like it's not a big deal. And it's almost like she might be battling with like dissociative identity disorder or something, because when she's posting on her own videos, it's like she doesn't even know that it's her own video or something. It's so strange. It's so odd. And I've never observed a spectacle quite like this. It's definitely concerning, and honestly, I think it might be dangerous. And also, she should have all those videos taken down. There's no way she had the consent of those parents to post those videos of their children. That is crazy work. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think. If you made it this far, please comment down below what you think of all this. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I'll see you guys next time.